warship foundered.
Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing great. Got a spectacular video today, and you'll see the name of the video is today's meta, really? And it's literally the funniest thing I've ever seen, but it is so fun. But before we begin, if you guys like what we're doing here, like, subscribe, the bell button below, and put any comments, dislikes, likes about anything you like, anything we can learn from. And it's just been a really good, fun time and a pleasure. You know, building a channel, having a great time, sailing ships, shooting ships, sharing ideas, techniques, tactics, and learning something from it and having a good time as well. So let's talk about today. This is really, I wonder if this is reason why there's a lot of, you know, complaints or disgruntlement, and we're playing the F. Sherman here, one of my favorite destroyers nowadays, available for coal coming up here. We happen to be lucky to grab it in a crate, those firepower containers. But anyways, the Sherman is one of my favorite DDs now. Yes, go figure, it's a premium, but you'll see why it's my favorite. But really, the title of the video today is talking about, you can see from the screenshot, I'm sure you probably are wondering what on earth is happening, but I mean, long story short, it's every single shell fired at somebody, and not only that, the amount of firepower. And I wonder if today's meta is more of these fast-firing ships. And if you don't know already, there's an issue with the tick rate where, you know, the servers can't either only resetting fast enough to allow the guns to fire only a certain amount of time. For example, you know, the tick rate, they call it, is it checks to see if you're pressing the gun is loaded and you're pressing the mouse button every about, I believe, and again, I'm quoting from other YouTubers, about 7 checks every millisecond, if you will, you want to call it. But basically, every time it does a cycle, when the computer system, the RCM memory, whatever you want to call it, does a cycle through the system, it's checking every 7 milliseconds or ticks or whatever you want to call it, as opposed to other games that are checking 12 times. So you're not getting as many checks, if you will, and so that way it's checking so slow in the essence. So essentially, you're not, it doesn't register to fire as many times as you want. So if you want to look at games like Minecraft or something, are rechecking every maybe, I think, 12 to 20 something times. You don't look it up. Don't quote me. I just know it's better than World of Warships. But we're an action game compared to other games that are more, you know, walk around lovey-dovey. Anywho, I digress, but this is the meta, really. Okay, so watch what the tactic here is, the Force Sherman. Now, I've noticed the thing is, it is squishy because it's big, it's clunky, doesn't turn well, and you notice what I'm doing here. Reason why I'm not capping is because you can't really cap in the Force Sherman until you find out where everything is at, and that goes for any DD. I mean, there's a lot of radar cruisers here. Look, you got a Napoli, Des Moines, Hindenburg. I mean, all big gun ships, Des Moines with the radar, so you don't want to be caught in a radar shooting at 3 different destroyers that have a lot of HE. So that is the meta right there that I'm saying, hey, look, you can't just go in and cap blind like we used to, or gunboat it out, because you have no idea what's there. And a lot of ships have a lot of fast-firing, rate-of-fire guns that are accurate now. So look at this. The Force Sherman is able to shoot and get off 1.1 second reloads now. So at the beginning, when I was full health, the computer wouldn't register fast enough, so it would be about 1.5-ish, you know, registering, which is the base. It's still fast. But to get all the commander skills to work, either one, you got to cross a threshold, it means you got to take damage. I've noticed that's what happens. As soon as I get hit by a shell, boom, AR kicks in, and I just get a bump and fire reload. So that is essentially what's going on right now. Wargaming has addressed the issue, and they're working on it. Now, here's part of the video I'm going to show you right now. Okay, look, poor Des Moines right here. Probably this is the meta, the reason why people hate this game so much is he's sitting here behind cover, but yet, look, he's getting hit with AP, he's getting hit with SAP, and oh, by the way, look who's coming up right behind us, a Colbert shooting full blast HE. Goodness gracious, holy cow, look at this. Mino, Colbert, Force Sherman, rapid firing every shell known to man. Every color's in the air right there, ladies and gentlemen. This is hilarious. Just gaze at its glory. Yeah, take it all in. And that Des Moines player is not having a good day at all, cursing the daylights out of this game, going, why did I even pick up this game and play? Why me? That was funny. The amount of, I just like that image right. That was probably made my day right there. I even laughed. I even typed into ha ha ha. This is just to show this is exactly what the game is like nowadays. Can you imagine if they had Des Moines or Napoli or Hindenburg had pushed into that? Now they're all hiding for cover. Now this is essentially kind of like we're playing Call of Duty here or something, where everybody's hiding for cover in ships. You're talking about like 100-foot ships, 100-foot long ships, hiding behind mountains and places for cover against these fast-firing reload machine gunners on ships. It just seems like this is the new meta now. Again, I don't know why. It is this the way it is. This is probably Wargaming's. I think, and I would say that this is probably Wargaming's answer to the player base, because we're getting a lot more younger players, newer players, and in order to keep them and keep them around, you got to have something more action-packed. And now I know this is not really necessary. When I joined this game, I didn't really think it was that action-packed. I just like the graphics, the images, and just the idea of a full broadside battleship with guns all firing, all hands on deck, all blazing, all guns pointed in one direction, and boom, salvos go off. And that was like the images you see on YouTube of Navy ships doing that, but back in World War II, just unloading the massive amount of barrage of gunfire and salvos. And that was the cool images I could see, and now you can replicate it in a simulation. But it wasn't as fast-firing as it. I don't think even World War II was this fast-firing of ships. Can you imagine if you had this many ships firing over 1 million shells literally within like a span of like a minute? I mean, it's insane. And look at this cruiser, the Napoli, one of the hardest cruisers I thought was to destroy, is getting just bombarded by the full machine gun broadsides of these fast-firing ships, if you will. And now I can call them gunships, if you want to call that. But man, these gun ships are just like wrecking someone's head. He went from literally almost full HP to now, oh my gosh, I'm not having a great time right now. But anyways, you notice we still haven't capped 8. That's why the point of this, the strategy, I'm sorry, not point, but I'm pointing out that nowadays the strategy is the person that caps first doesn't always win, and normally that's the case. It's really those that can hold the caps, and who's the one with the caps at the end of the game is who wins. That's why you notice that I don't really go in and cap with the Forrest Sherman. I think it's a poor DD to cap with. I think a Vampire or Daring do a better job. But it's a poor DD to cap with because, again, it's a squishy ship. It's slow. It's clunky. Only has 3 single-barrel rifle guns, if you will, while other destroyers have 6 guns at least. And even though the rate of fire is great, you got to get them on target. Now, just like I'm doing with this Des Moines here. I mean, look at this. I am shooting 13.4 away, and he's going to have a very difficult time trying to hit me. And oh, by the way, did I mention every time you hit me, my AR kicks in and I get a better reload. So boom, he's gone. Not the greatest right there. Moscow takes him out. Way to go. And now we got all the caps. Now, and here it is. Here's the meta. Now, what are the other ships supposed to do? Are they supposed to push in? While we're all look at A cap. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fast-firing ships: Venezia, Minotaur, Moskva, Colbert, me, all waiting to pounce on somebody. And you can notice like we're holding off this entire advance, which is, like you said, that's the point of the game. It's fun, but I wonder if because with all those shells flying in the air, people are probably second guessing and going, I don't think I'm going to walk into that. Excuse me while I just sit here and watch the fireworks show. And Yamato is, again, not going to have a good day. Just looking at, look at this constant barrage. I mean, this is literally the new meta. It is literally what keeps people engaged, I think, nowadays. Is not the whole big clunky ship shooting big salvos for every 25 to 30 seconds. It literally is people want to hold the mouse button down, point, click, rapid fire, and just see something burn to death or explode. So, again, I don't know. You let me know what you think below. What do you think is going on right here? I mean, do you think this is going to the direction we're going is more fast firing, a lot of shells in the air, ships, or is the battleship days of shooting long distances for long excessive reloads, more of a calming, peaceful exchange of gunfire, more like a gentleman's war? I find it's more like the the Revolutionary Civil War, where we had muzzle loaders were shot every so often. Now we're in the new modern age of World War II machine gun nests, and that's what we're in. We're in the machine gun stalemate of the trench warfare here, where essentially this is what you got. And I can just see that the frustration right now that those cruiser players are having. They're like, man, we are getting clobbered, but we have no way to advance. No destroyers spotting for us, and they're all sitting in smoke as well. And I know back in the day when the Smolensk first came out, they're like, oh my gosh, shooting in smoke, this is ridiculous, this is overpowered, this is, new meta. It's the new gimmick, if you will. And it just seems kind of like, wow, this is where we're going. And nobody, and a lot of people complained about it. And they're like, oh, let's nerf the Smolensk or something. And that was the thing. But no. Well, like I said, it makes the game fun because you're on the one side of it. But when you're on the other side, obviously it's not fun. But it's the fun part is to challenge to figure out how do you counter it. Because remember, with every weapon system that's developed in mankind, there is a counter for that. And again, this Des Moines player really hates us because he's like, these sharp shells keep coming in, taking 891 off of us, and I have no way to get to them. I'm hiding behind cover, but the shells are arcing over the cover. So what do? Again, I feel bad, but this is what you got to do. I mean, I'm almost dead, and I'm having trouble trying to take out the Des Moines. So there is a counter to it. I'm not completely one-sided. Hayate takes out Shimakaze, and they don't have anybody spotting for him now. So now we can shoot with free reign, with free spotting, and he can't even hit us because he can't even really see us. I guess someone's spotting. Oh, I guess he can see us somehow with Thunder in the background there. He can see our shells firing. Again, we're taking all the damage. You notice that we're getting, most of the time, we're the only ones getting shot at. But I think he has reason to shoot at us because we are taking so much damage off of him. You notice I'm not getting any kills or anything, but look, the amount of firepower I'm putting out there is redonkulous. I kind of want to see at the end of the game how many shells we had fired. If you could look at the shells of the Colbert, the Minotaur, me, how many were firing in the air. I mean, it had to have been, a million shells. I don't know. I'm just exaggerating. Probably 1,000 shells maybe in the air. But, yeah. Let me know what you think below. If this is the way that Wargaming wants to go, what do you think? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? I mean, I like the fact there are fast-firing ships. That's why I think gunboats builds are so much fun. I like the Haragumo. I like Vampire. I like the F. Sherman now because it allows you to do things like this. And I think it's kind of almost like a drug, if you will, because you know how you get your... I don't know what the term was, you get that dopamine hit because you get satisfaction of seeing something happen in your brain. And honestly, like I said, these fast-firing guns are kind of like little dopamine hits for yourself to go like, wow, I'm seeing things happen. It's real time. It's fast. Getting these little hits, these little tick, those points going up are like dopamine hits. Like, ooh, 400. I don't like when you play shooter games like Battlefield or Call of Duty. When you see something happen, then you earn points. That's a dopamine hit. Kind of like when people are gambling, they see money go up. That's a dopamine hit. It's addictive. I got to admit, it is addictive, and this is the way and Wargaming knows it. Just like with the crates and the shooting and randomized crates or just taking chances with crates. Even this kind of meta style. It is producing a lot of nice dopamine hits, which, again, are very pleasurable to the mind. So, again, let me know what you think. Hindenburg is almost going down. You notice all I did was hang out outside the cap. I didn't have to cap. I let a cruiser do it. Maybe somebody with more HP than me, and it was just providing firepower support for everybody and being a nuisance while everybody's taking quick pot shots. And again, we didn't get any kills, and I still couldn't kill that Des Moines. But anyway, he did a great job. Yeah, he was a good sport about being shot at with every single type of shell out there. Like, subscribe, bell button below. If you like what you saw right there, you like some of the shells, the action pack there, smash that like button. We need some of the support and appreciate getting us to our next goal of 500. We're almost there. You could be the 500 hit, and let me know what you think. Again, hope you guys have a great day. Look at how many shells fired. 800. Oh, man, I missed it. Anyways, take a look at it. Pause the video. We shot a lot, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.